Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's showtime. Hi guys. I'm back. Again. No more brighter shores. Needs work. Welcome to your weekend, presumably. Unless you're working weekends, in which case I'm sorry. There she is, Seska Culhane. Up to level 38 with her pews and her pews and her stabs and her stabs. The pews are from the bow and arrow, the most overpowered leveling weapon in the game, by far. And the pokey bits with the spear, mostly. Occasionally leveling up some other stuff too. But the spear is really good. There's my house, by the way. Not much in here, you know. We've got our storage, our cat in a hat, so to speak. Nice, pretty paintings. 2 pirate wash bucket bins, whatever they are, and a bed. I'm a simple person. No, I don't need much. But I stopped earlier because we're about to head off to a new area. And I figured it was a good break point when I was playing solo. We have got another quest here that we can do. One ill-fated miner's find is another better-fated miner's treasure. Okay. We'll go here, because where we need to go is there. So we'll go here. We'll take care of that quest, and then we'll head north into the next zone of the map. A rather creepy one. Where, to make sure, you know, people didn't turn into the lost, the ones who seemed unhappy, they buried them alive. Which I'm sure worked, right? Because obviously that would work. You don't want people to get so unhappy that they become lost, so you take the ones who are moderately unhappy and you bury them alive. It's just good science. Abandoned minecart. For this one, find and mine the abandoned claim. I hope you've got enormous plans for astonishing amounts of fun for the weekend. You know, or just, you know, have a nice day. A couple of nice days. It's rich copper seam. It blew up on first whack. Oh, but we've got more. We've got silver veins. Not too proud to grab those. That was the whole quest, was just whacking it once. Pardon the phrase again. Phrasing, I know, a little bit iffy on that. All right, well. It's all gone. Off we go into the next map. Next zone. Seamless mapping. Meet Jonas near Walsham to begin searching for Brother Umberto. The concern is that Brother Umberto is missing. We have to go looking for him. Well, there's Brother Bubbles. Not to confuse with Brother Umberto. Hi, Jonas.
I hoped time would bring new life to Brightwood, but it remains as dreary as it was 2 centuries ago.
Not my fault,
The
man.
order was long
I just
gone
got here.
by the time the darkness descended here.
What darkness? Corruption?
No, it was the cold curse of the soulless lost. If Umberto was even still here by that time, then he may well have departed.
Where would he have gone?
That we must discover. I heard Umberto was ministering to the town of Walsham, now but a haunted remnant of what it was. I will leave.
All right, well, I will investigate. Search Brother Umberto's movements in town. And talk to this person for another quest. Megara
It may
Pansasis.
seem hard to believe, but this was once one of the safest and liveliest parts of Brightwood.
Not
All
anymore.
that remains now are my memories. The town
happened?
of Walsham fell to the lost. Believe it or not, the wedding was on this very spot. A moment I never want to forget. He was the love of my life.
He became lost?
Yes, he fell to despair. Now I just want those memories.
Sure, well, I have to go in and kill a bunch of things anyway, so why not get you your memories? Memories. I'll try not to sing at you. You've done nothing to deserve that, of which I am aware. You may have, in fact, done something that deserves that, but not that I'm aware of. Oh, I. How about I get my bow back out and... I hate these guys and their life-sucking ability. Shirky. It's not as easy as Lost and Found. Well, I guess, actually, sometimes it is. You see, what happened here in this area, sadly, is a little bit extreme. You see, what happens in this world is when you give in to despair and those sort of negative emotional things, what happens is you become lost. And you, in essence, the darkness, however you choose to describe that, takes over. Why that didn't actually hit him, I don't know. He's considered behind something. Not anymore, he's not. So their way to avoid people becoming lost is if people were a little bit depressed, they buried them alive. So that's a bit of a downer if, you know, you were one of them. I mean, I've never been buried alive, but my best guess is it's less fun than it sounds like. I'm running around town. That over there is Brother Bubbles. I don't know who they are, but I like their name. I mean, burial alive is, I suppose, a way of ensuring that no one's depression lasts very long. He ran away. Presumably after the other player. If you're depressed, we're going to bury you alive so that you don't become lost. Or if you do become lost, you're already buried and we don't have to worry about you anymore. It is a form of a cure. It is not approved, I expect, by any formal medical body. Major Kids, so far it goes reasonably well. I hope your weekend is off to an acceptable start. Unless, of course, like, you have to work tomorrow or something, or perhaps later today. Tired, lazy, no real change. Hey, I'm on your side. Can't say I was always tired, but to avoid getting tired, I was always lazy. Blessed candles. I need to locate the remnants of Brother Umberto's home, and also get back to Megara Pantazes. Or, as I call her, Megara Pansies. I don't actually call her that, but I would. Considering getting back into MMOs, your old rear can't handle shooters? I'm assuming gear can't handle shooters. Is New World solid? I've had a number of people ask me, and what I think is that it is a divisive game, in that the people who like it a lot, and the people who've tried it and didn't like it can't understand how anyone could like it. So you tend to get really opposing opinions. Oh, your old rear. Oh, okay, so it is actually your rear. Okay. Well, then I understand. Yes, I normally refer to that as my enormous fat ass. But you may not have an enormous fat ass, in which case rear seems appropriate. You also may have kids around, in which case rear, obviously.
I'm amazed. You managed to find all
So my
these
recommendation would be
pieces of
to
my
watch the
past.
game and,
Even my old diary.
whether it's me or somebody else, ask a few questions for clarification
isn't
on how things work,
Reading
and
this
see
is
if
like
it's something
visiting
that is interesting to you. Because
an
I
old
consider it to be a
friend.
very
It's-
divisive game. I enjoy it a
it's
lot.
very-
I've been in since the alpha.
emotional. But rather than making
If you
me
bury them and they
sad,
become lost, you
making
do
me
know where they
angry.
are, so they're not lost. They're
see, when the
planted.
truth
I would
came
actually
out, everyone in
say that's a
town
completely
turned on
cogent
me.
description of the end result, not
The
necessarily what they
truth
had
about
in
my
mind.
true love.
Thank you,
I
thank
didn't
you.
tell the wedding that took place
Yeah,
here.
it's very
It
Warhammer
wasn't
witch
where I
hunter.
married my
The
true
hat.
love. Oh, it was. Yes, if
Sorry. The love of her life wasn't the man she married. It was the guy who married the two of them. The pastor. Whoa, what a tangled web we weave. Let's see. Confront Pastor Pruitt at the Walsham congregation. If memory serves, Pastor Pruitt is a big fellow. Sure, yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, no matter how simple or not they may be. Here. That was the pastor, and apparently, I'm just guessing here that he ate the rest of the people who used to go to church here. Narrowed it down to New World, ESO, or FF14. I'm not a good person to ask about FF14. I will say just this much. The more you have enjoyed JRPGs, the more likely you are to like FF14. I myself never enjoyed JRPGs, so the game never really worked for me. I haven't played a good chunk of the ESO. Got into that one really early in the beta, I think, not the alpha. And as much as I have tried to love it, and I've tried like a dozen times. I've played for anywhere from a few days to a couple of weeks, but it just doesn't have the sticking power for me. If you don't like JRPGs, then I would say that Final Fantasy XIV is a non-starter for you. On a personal note, I would also suggest you at least look at Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 is my particular game I play most nowadays anyway. I'll also note that the original core game for Guild Wars 2 is free to play. Still have to buy expansions and whatnot. But the previous
Tell me, did you see him?
core gameplay from the release 12 years ago is now free to play.
Miserable as a lost, or actually at peace?
ESO, the general
What did you
consensus
find?
is about ESO
What is
from the
this?
players who play it, is they love the story. I found the story kind of predictable, not that interesting. They love the world. Almost universally, they dislike the combat. Originally, the animation canceling in the game was a bug. Now it is, if you want to do end-game type of content, it's kind of required. A lot of people find the combat floaty, and a lot of times you'll see the comments from MMO players that they love ESO, they play it a lot more, but they find the combat really floaty and uninteresting. Couldn't get into the combat for some reason on Guild Wars 2. Spent 16 years playing WoW, of course, as have I. Actually, I got into the beta for WoW. I didn't want to play WoW until I got into the beta and I tried it, and I saw the difference between the way it played and everything else, and I didn't care about the cartoon style anymore. You might not like the combat here, then, if you don't like the combat for some reason for Guild Wars 2. And
Let me see it then.
It is action combat, which to at least some degree Guild Wars 2 is. Generally, Guild Wars 2 is considered to be a hybrid of action combat and tab targeting. ESO has a little bit of the same thing in that they also have some action combat elements in it. Pardon me, I've got to see what my chest piece is. Currently wearing Shadowhunter Duster of the Ranger, which sounds pretty cool, actually. Forsaken Leather Coat of the Soldier. That should be strength. Yeah, that's strength. I'm a dex-based build, so. This one is action combat. So, although they've made some changes now, that it has a bit of a tab targeting function built in now, in that you can target lock. They added that for the consoles, because they just rolled this game out for consoles 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Almost a month now. Something like that. Cherry Sheets bunk bed. Ooh, I'll be able to make bunk beds with red sheets. I'll run through real quick. Attributes. You are probably going to want to stack a primary, maybe a secondary, and constitution to some degree. These are the various weapons. You can have 2 of them equipped at any time. I just got another point in my bow. Let me see where I'm going. Probably there. No, actually don't want that. Am I being attacked? No. You have, each one has 2 trees. You can put points into them, but you can only have 3 skills slotted at a time. I got over here headshots, inflict a rend, if surrounded, gain 20% haste. Hit a foe with 100% health. Yeah, can't actually use that one. Okay, and then it'd have to be one of those 2 first, or over here. Heavy attacks. Yeah, let's go with that. So, again, you've got all of these weapons. You can learn all of them. You have to use them to gain XP in them. And as you do, you level them up and get additional points to spend. It has a very large trade skill. Thinking back the game, I think the game will have the backing to go for years to come. It's hard to know for this one because they have managed to disillusion large parts of the PC player base. So if it is being successful in console, and we can't really tell because the only numbers we have access to are Steam numbers. The Steam numbers are up significantly. If it does well on console, then yeah, I think so. But if it ends up failing on console, now keep in mind that consoles have a lot less choice when it comes to this sort of thing. Right now, I would say I am in a fairly positive mind state about the state of the game, but that is based on the fact that it seems to be doing quite well on the PC side, or on the console side, I should say. Sorry. But I can't tell for sure. That's completely my impression. I have no, stats or releases to back that up. it would be an embarrassment, I expect, for them to have to for Amazon to have to shit can their first actual released game. After Guild War II Active Combat, dodging for some reason, you can't go back to the stand around. I should note that this does have dodging, but it's not complete dodging all the time. If you're in heavy armor, basically you can only, I think, dodge backwards. If you're in medium armor, the dodge is pretty small. And if you're in light armor, you actually get a roll. So the weight of the armor you're wearing actually affects certain things, like if you're in heavy armor, you're going to do less damage, but you're also going to take less damage. I thought it was up here. Is this the same developers of the Lord of the Rings? We don't know much about it. It is at Amazon. I'm not sure if the actual developers... was I not just up there? It must be over here. We don't know much about the development as to how much of the development team that was originally... there it is. That was part of this team has been moved over to Lord of the Rings Online. They haven't commented on it much. It is definitely being worked on. They've said that much. But basically the only thing they've said that was sort of had any tangible meaning to it so far was them saying that they're still sort of trying to find, I don't want to say the hook for the game, but exactly what path they want to walk for the game. Do they want it to be like this game? Do they want it to be more like a standard MMO? So that stuff is all still up in the air. We really don't know much about it. I would expect they're going to want to have it on consoles eventually. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I know a lot of PC players are always negative about that. Because we've had a lot of bad experiences in the past where the need of the console player ends up taking precedence over the quality of the game. But I also understand that it may lead to a game getting a much more generous development budget and time and have a better chance of surviving. The production on the Lord of the Rings one, it has kind of a mixed bag. First of all, Amazon had the rights, and they tabbed Leia as going to be the developers. Now, those are the guys who own Digital Extremes, the guys who make Warframe. So, Warframe, the guys who own Warframe, they got the rights to do the Lord of the Rings game. They got bought completely by Tencent, I think. And Amazon doesn't want to do business directly with Tencent because they're, in the long term, they see them as a competitor. So they canceled the contract. Eventually, the rights were purchased by Embracer Group, which is owned by the piece of human garbage, Lars Wingefors. Lars Wingefors was doing business with the Saudis and was expecting $1 billion investment from them. The Saudis pulled out. Wingefors had gone deep into debt buying all these other companies. And so what did he do? He's been killing studios and killing games to avoid having his company go bankrupt. He sold the rights to the Lord of the Rings MMO, the Lord of the Rings MMO rights, to Amazon. Now Amazon is working on the game. This has been my TED Talk. Oh, I have to investigate in here again. Has he re-summoned? He has not.
It is plain now that ignoring my concerns
now I need to talk to Jonas. Okay.
Dearly. Even the most faithful are on the verge of despair. And as we've seen, that seems to be the true source.
Yeah, it's a deep and twisted path to get where we are, and they're not very far in development yet, as best we can tell.
Are only making matters worse. I cannot bear to witness this tragedy unfold.
They're sort of in the phase where they're trying to decide what they're going to do still.
Sir Galahad?
I'm sure a lot of
I will
artwork
seek
is
him
being
out,
done. I
and
expect
if Providence
this
affords,
engine
I
is
will
likely to be
return with
used.
the
By the
hope
way, this
and the
game looks
strength
beautiful.
to
You
save our
can't
town.
tell here because
Brother
it's all
Matt.
misty and filled with ghosts and stuff. But it is a beautiful game. The engine is beautiful and it is reasonably performant. And Jonas. Talk to me, Jonas.
It appears the town fell to the lost, primarily from within. No signs of any defense. I wonder if Brother Umberto sought aid from somewhere else.
He went way west to seek Sir Galahad. By the way, Sir Galahad is a refugee from Team America World Police. He looks like a doll. FPS tank in big groups or in cities. Not that I have seen, but I have not done
Sir Galahad,
a lot of the multiplayer content.
the
I have
shining
done,
knight from the court of King Artorias himself.
significant
An honorable warrior,
large-scale
as I recall,
fights
but a bit
in
squeamish
the
regarding
Halloween event that just
requirements
ended,
of
where you might have
becoming a
20 or
soul
30 people
warden.
running around. Seemed fine to me.
Many of the king's knights joined the Order, but of course, you know what happened to them. Galahad remained at Artorias' side, and now that I hear the name, I do recall hearing he resurfaced after the war.
What happened to the king?
Some say King Artorias fell.
you don't
Perhaps
know.
Galahad can shed
Perhaps he
light on
can.
the fates
Let's
of
head
yes. You go on.
We're going to head west. Ding 39. Dun, 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 dun. 3 more points. We've got our first point in Brightwood. I always start with the standing game. Thank you very much. I will note one of my favorite little details is if you're moving along a road, you move faster. And equally, if you're riding a mount and you set to auto run, it follows the road. It's a small little detail, but it's a lovely little touch. It's one I can't help celebrating. Because I felt for so long that running on a road in an MMO, you shouldn't be able to move faster. Well, you do in this game. I just approve of it. I think it's a nifty, little, tiny thing. I mean, it's not really a big deal at all. But it's nice to see a little bit of, something I've always wanted to have in a game. Less so the auto steering, but the faster running on a road. I've always felt ought to be something in the game. So, it's Galahad. Keep in mind my comment.
I do not relish striking you down.
His voice work is good.
But it is my duty.
No, it's not super high end at all. I'm running a 3070.
May your soul find peace, brother.
And Galahad, sadly, he looks like a doll from Team America
who's not
World
fallen
Police.
is a welcome sight in these parts.
No, the game is a good, really good-looking game,
Warm yourself by my fire.
with the possible exception of Galahad. Sorry, Galahad, really, yeah, you look like a doll.
Be wary, traveler. A great tragedy has occurred
I mean,
here.
that face.
The good people who lived in these hills
Seriously.
have fallen and turned into soulless lost. If you've come seeking family
It's,
or an old friend,
The game
fear
looks
your
really good.
journey may be in vain.
Galahad fell out of the ugly tree and hit every single goddamn branch on the way down. Looking for Brother Umberto? Yeah. And now, well, let's have a little cinematic, shall we?
It was
Shall
the
we?
dream of Avalon that led King Artorias to these shores. And of course, the wise counsel of the enchanter, Mirrodin. But the enchanter became obsessed with the island's mysteries. An insidious evil claimed his soul. The wars of crimson madness raged for a century. So many banners, all fallen to the corruption. I know not what transpired to end the conflict. We found no answers as to Myrddin's fate. No trace of the High King. I sought new peace and purpose here in the Brightwood, but it would not last. A plague of soulless lost emerged. Brother Umberto and I formed the Bright Vigil to fight the darkness. But he stood alone when I left in search of my Lord King. I returned empty-handed to witness the results of my failure.
Loser.
The Vigil, fallen to despair, and the Brightwood, bright no more.
That's okay. Mirkwood was once Greenwood the Great. You can't feel that bad about it. More Galahad.
Yes, friend. You are now acquainted with my regretful decision to abandon Umberto. My only desire now is to atone for my mistakes.
We could search for Umberto together.
I would like nothing more than to find company
So
in this
aside from buying
lamentable
the actual
endeavor.
game, what other
If you are willing to
expenses
overlook
are
my
needed? No
failed
monthly
duties
fee.
to the Vigil, then
What
I will
about other
heartily
shop stuff? I can show you
accept
what's
your
in the
offer.
shop right now.
It was among these townships. and
Yeah, I know.
them.
We've got somebody who wants something. We'll get back to that. The store is cosmetics, mostly. There are a few things that are not strictly speaking cosmetic, I think. So bundles here are either collections of items for housing or items for attire or weapon skins. Gear sets, that's an additional gear slot. I suppose you could say that's a little bit of pay to win, as it allows you to have entire sets of gear that you can freely swap between, so it's easier and faster to make the change from DPS gear to healing gear or whatever. So, I mean, maybe that's a tiny bit. Character transfers to move from server to another server. Apparel skins, weapon skins, mount skins. Consumables, these are all dyes, I think. They just added the black dye like 2 days ago or 3 days ago. So here you can get booster packs for things like for XP or proficiencies and territory. So you can buy boosters for XP and reputation and crafting. Emotes, camp skins, tool skins, lots of housing items, mount attachments, and additional crests for companies or guilds. So the only thing I can say that is outright, if you choose to use it in such a way, pay to win or pay for advantage, are the boosters. I am not certain if you buy the game, you have to buy the one expansion they've had, or if that now comes bundled. I don't know. They've had one expansion so far, and it was something you had to purchase. I am not sure if that comes bundled with the purchase now or not. So I don't know. Yeah, 99%. Yeah, it's cosmetic overwhelmingly, except for those boosts. The boosts are the only thing I think you could say outright are, pay for an advantage. And as for transmogs, now transmogging your gear is a bit different. I have access to a fair number of skins because I've been playing for a while and I've gotten a lot through Twitch drops or from Prime Gaming. But basically anything you pick up is not unlocked, but becomes available for you to turn into a permanent transmog. But that requires a transmog token, and those are also in the store. So, I mean, for instance, I have access to that many sets or individual items. These are mostly sets. And so if I wanted to change, you can, change the all of your clothing on a piece-by-piece basis or a full set basis. But I have a fair number that I've gotten through various in-store things. I haven't spent any money on any of those, with the exception, other than buying the game and the expansion. The only purchase I have made, I got 20,000 of the store currency for buying the game, and I used it to activate the season pass for this season. And so far, I'm at 72 out of 100 levels or tiers. And some of this stuff will has advantages like the boosters for XP, and at the very high end, there are a few things like artifacts like this great sword, for instance. So there is also some pay-to-winage in here, although not much. Mostly it's cosmetics and quality of life stuff for the most part. Can you level all weapons and all crafting on a single tune? You sure can. It'll take a long time, obviously. So far, characters level, what was it, 38, 39? So I have level 16 in bow, level 11 in spear. We have 3, we have 5, 6, 4, 2. So we've scattered a bit around, but not much. And the trade skills go up to 250. There's the crafting skills, refining skills, and gathering skills. And they all level up by using them, by doing them. Getting to the very high levels is going to be extremely grindy or extremely expensive, or both. But certainly you can. The reason I have 4 characters is because I always have as many characters as they'll give me slots for, because I'm weird. Player auction house. Yep. It's pretty straightforward. It's not extremely flexible, but it is straightforward. Depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for, say, iron ore, you just do iron ore and you search by price and you buy the cheapest. If you're looking for items, then it has a few dials you can twist, but not many. You can set it for items I can use, items I can afford, and then you can choose to sort by one color. Bucktrue has followed. You get my spiel. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Definitely appreciate that. The thing, I've played, like I said, I've tried ESO countless times, and every time I understand the allure of the gathering bag, the crafting bag that allows you to pick up stuff and carry it all until your sub lapses, at which point you can still pull stuff out, but you can't add stuff in. It is a sneaky, devious, and extremely compelling price point.
Oh, thank goodness.
But
You're not
yeah, I didn't like the auction
lost.
system because it was like broken
I'm
up into like
Ethelfin.
crafting guilds,
And you're the
if I remember
friendliest
correctly.
face I've seen.
And that just seemed like a really
Don't look at
clumsy
claiming treasure.
and
Say
player
if you're-
unfriendly way of doing it. We'll go this way. Search Deggendorf to help Ethelwyn find treasures left by the lost. Yeah, the main problem with the auction house in this game, I would say, is the search function. It's not very full-featured, let's say. Oh, oops. I will also note, because I think it's worth hearing, that it seems to me, having played pretty much all the weapons at various times, that for the leveling process, a bow is overpowered. You've noticed probably a couple of times I've killed things. Basically, I hit my F button, and that's a combination that fires off 3 shots in a row. And if it kills the thing, it resets. No, if all 3 hit, it resets the cooldown. or halves the cooldown on the item, on the skill. And that's just comically powerful. It's really, really good. Mob tagging? No, it's open tag. The only sort of not open tagging is on crafting stuff. And as someone who's played an enormous buttload of Guild Wars 2, which has, you know, in essence, shared tagging for that. So you can get screwed by someone who runs to that node you want and gets it before you can get there. But as far as monster tagging, as long as you get a tag, you get credit. They're not lost, I don't think, specifically lost. Oh! Okay. Blew up. Rude. I don't think the ghosties count as lost, technically. Check the store for New World? Sure, absolutely. Glad I could provide a little useful information. Regardless of which one you choose, I hope it turns out to be exactly the right choice. Search Ballard's Manor. Oh, Ballard has a manor. How nice for Ballard. Before I go to Ballard's Manor, I'm going to unlock the waypoint over here. Because I hate it when I don't unlock a waypoint, and later on I want that waypoint unlocked. I've had that happen in so many games. Lord of the Rings Online, WoW, Guild Wars 2, almost everything. Here, certainly here. I mean, at least Guild Wars 2 gives you a little bit more to work with. You don't have to go right to the object. You just have to get close and it unlocks. I tell you. Oh, he's back! Bow is really, really strong for leveling. Really strong. Iron ore. Whoop, 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 whoop. If I had a hammer. I will also note that with the console release, they vastly improved the new player experience. The onboarding to the game improved immensely. It was not a friendly game prior to this. Now, pretty good. Oh, this guy's coming for me. He saw me. Defeated 2 lost. And we're looking for records. Oh, it's Sir Ballard himself. It was. I don't think I have the quest yet to kill him, so I don't think I'm going to... They don't generally sort of back credit you for stuff you've done. Sadly. Come on, Brightwood rank. I've gotten up to 2. I need to defeat 3 more lost. too tough. There's plenty of them around. Hi. It's so glorious when all three of those hit and the cooldown goes from like 12 seconds to 4 or 6. It's delicious. Delightful. Might even qualify as the lovely. Need 3 more lost. Another box of goodies. I can't say no. Is he gonna blow up? No. I prefer them to not blow up, you know, rather than blowing up. That's 4 out of 5. I need one more. Nothing there. Guys? Fellas? Everyone run off? I just need to perforate one more of you. I promise. Won't hurt for too long. Any of the ghosts? I'd take a shot at the ghosts and see if the ghosts give me credit. I doubt it, but I'll try. Hi. Oh, we did. Yay! There was much rejoicing. One of the things I like about the game is the open world adventuring. That you can basically just head off and do whatever you want. Well, you know, as long as you don't end up in a place that's too high level. And, you know,
Just about done reading through these
find
records.
gatherables
My eyes are
and
swimming. You made that look
maybe
easy. The
hunt,
handwriting in these records.
chop down some trees, whatever the
Maybe.
hell you feel like.
Some coffee in the cup.
That's the kind of gameplay I do enjoy. $270, $257, the old one. $295, that's a $240. But it's so pretty. I'll get rid of that, rid of that. $220. I like to keep one of each weapon around because, well, one reason is there's a mechanic called a part of the season's journey where you get credit for making kills with like a one-hand weapon or a ranged weapon or whatever. And also, just in case I feel like it's a skill I would like to level up, that has 10 focus. Just not anywhere near as good as the one I've already got. So, salvage. 95 meters away, we'll go this way. There it was. The trademarked magnifying lens turkey impersonation, more relevant in November than any other month. Searching chests, in other words, just picking up a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of goodies. I'm down for that. As long as that ghosty fellow doesn't decide that he wants to play with me. Live and let, okay, technically not live, but, well, you know. 4 out of 5. Or 5 out of 5, I should say. Visit Kalterstein Cemetery to search for the lost treasure. Wolf. Look, it's fur that delivers itself. Oh, and red meat. Never eaten wolf before, but I'm sure it's quite a delicacy. And is in no way eating a dog. Probably. Kalterstein Cemetery. Oh, a cemetery with a huge, enormous, terrifying tree in the middle. That's not scary at all. Handmade basket. Talk to Ethel when she's where? Holy crap. She's way the hell and gone over there. Well, I guess we're going to head that way for now. I will summon my horse, Shunmado. By default, it's named Moonshadow, and that just seems so boring to have the same name as everyone else. I'm different. So I spoonerized it. Lord of the Rings Online. One of my dwarf characters had managed to get all of his elf reputations up to the highest they can go. Exalted rep. Kindred rep. Kindred rep is not exalted. And for that you get access to a special mount. And he rides that mount proudly, and he named it Elrond's wife. He's a dwarf, what can I say? Not creepy at all, just a nice town. I'm sure the inhabitants are very friendly, welcoming. You know, welcoming you with open arms. Great more nasty fangs. Is this harvestable? It is. There's something over here that is pluckable. Nuts, maybe? Nuts? It's nuts. I just can't help it. I do so love handling nuts. What? I don't get the cooldown reduction on that one because I killed him in 2 shots. Gotta be all 3 hit. All 3 have to hit the same target, even. Crate. More supplies. A crate full. I hit the wrong button. Hope you don't mind.
Umberto's journal, March 17th. A cold wind blows instead of spring, and the trees of Brightwood are dry and devoid of new growth. Poor Pastor Pruitt fell lost, along with the rest of Warsaw. And now
The guy have decided to run. Wow.
wolf-sick.
He killed most of them.
Since Galahad's departure, several nights
Well, the
on
other
deck
guy
to
did.
vigil. And I have begun recruiting and training the local townsfolk as new vigilants.
Search
They take to
Deggendorf
call
for signs of
themselves
Brother
Shadow
Umberto.
Hunters. And I won't discourage you. Anything that keeps them hopeful is welcome. Umberto.
Those guys were keeping everybody interested, so I could just, waltz right out. I'm fine with that. Had they been in any trouble, real trouble, I would have helped. That is my way. Search Deggendorf for signs of Brother Umberto or the Bright Vigil. Wow, lots of possible signs for him, of him. Oh. That was an anointed ghoul, and he's come over all dead. So we're going to give him the day off. Just as a sign of goodwill. Alright, I missed. Fine, I missed. Didn't miss it. Read Umberto's journal entry, Hopeless Summer. See, here's the spoiler. Umberto was the leader that advised them to ensure that the Lost didn't take control of everything by burying people alive who might turn lost. Which is pretty awful.
Umberto's journal, June 8th. It is the peak of summer, but it remains cold, and crops wither in the field. It seems every week we awaken one morning to find another of the townsfolk has fallen lost. Despite my misgivings, I've come to accept the only solution is to bury them. Strange as it may be to see graveyards on Aeternum, my greater concern is that they will soon be widespread. Umberto.
Ah, it is good to see you, young one.
You're not going to like this, Jonas.
I have bad news. I found a large force of corrupted to the east. Sir Galahad has informed me that corruption has claimed the manor as well.
What about Brother Umberto?
Sir Galahad continues the search, but you and I know better. And
Can we drive them back?
We're
going to try to defeat the corrupted, because that's what we do, man. We fight for our right to defeat the corrupted. It's not a great analogy, really. We're going 80 meters this direction. Investigate, eliminate corrupted vigilant lieutenant and vigilant squires. Already been in this area. And killed them previously. Lieutenants and squires. My memory is that this area does not have particularly fast respawns. So this may take a hot minute. There's a lieutenant. Oh, that was not good. That was better. That was far more functional. That's one lieutenant. I can't I have to go with that pronunciation. That's Sir Ballard. Yeah, we have been in here because we killed him not too long ago. We probably have to kill him after we kill the... I'm just not... I've never been a fan of... Oh, no. Of quests where you have to do the same thing over and over again. Because the first time you did it, you didn't have that quest yet. You know, I should be able to say, no, I already killed that guy. No. Wrong button. Alright, that's one each. Squire and lieutenant. And Sir Ballard is dead. That's fine. I don't have a quest for him yet. That is another lieutenant. squire. I will shoot him once, and I'll let this person hit him. Make sure they get hits in too. All right, that's it. There on the other squire. That's fine. Enter the church and defeat Sir Ballard. Now a feat. It's such a clumsy mechanic, and it's very, very common in MMOs. But a smart MMO will get to this point, realize I've already defeated him once, almost could have had taken part in the second one, and we'll go, okay, you've already finished him, then just go talk to Jonas or whoever. Sadly, it is a pretty common failing of MMOs that'll send you multiple times to the same place and not give you credit because you haven't got that question.
Understand why you reject corruption. Is there
Travel north to rendezvous
to do this?
Galahad.
Lying to you about everything?
Sir Dahl's face. Can't get out that way. Pardon me. Don't mind me. Alright, Sir Galahad, Knights of the Round Table. We dance whenever we're able. And we punish them by skinning them and taking their meat. It's a little primitive, but all we can do is do that and hope that they learn their lesson. So we got another, first of all, we got another map point or two. Just one in Brightwood. Always with the storage that's available. And the activity card, we have one or two wild stamps. Two wild stamps now. We got one for killing the corrupted. We have two wild stamps. Anything else obvious here that would be easy to get? Killing named enemies. Huh. Only got credit for killing Sir What's-His-Name once. But that'll be a shield, so that'll be that one, or that one. Well, we can use one of the points now to nab. I guess. Other than that, doesn't look like any of the rest of them are going to apply. A compaction mission, we can do that later.
I welcome your aid for Umberto's sake, but I did not realize you were a soul warden.
I am a soul warden.
During the wars, your order insisted on the delusion that the Crimson Madness could not be defeated. Your friend Jonas now claims its return.
Didn't you just see it yourself?
Yes, some corrupted still linger, but I assure you, the Crimson Sorcerer is long gone.
Yes, it's just one of many things you're wrong about.
What matters most, however, to me it's clear. The darkness consuming the Brightwood is the Lost.
Did you find any
Nothing
clues?
to explain how this entire region fell to the Lost. There is evidence, Umberto, and
We should keep searching.
I have a vigilance for.
All right, back over here. We've got some flute music. Already know that one. An old wooden full bed. Well, that's kind of a dirty and crappy looking bed. Already got that one, right? Yeah. We're not going to be using the hammer. Our bow we currently have is better. Our spear we currently have is better. 380, 281. 380 is higher than 281. Trust me on this. I know it sounds really unlikely. And yet. Shadowhunter's gloves. Con, physical ward, health. Almost as good as what I'm wearing, but not. Let's see. Search for information about Umberto in Kalterstein Cemetery. I tell you, Kalterstein, the outfit on me, I certainly look like I'm a witch hunter from Warhammer. Kalterstein sounds Warhammery.
Condemnation of the Stott family. Let it be known that the Stott family committed crimes against the community by conspiring to hide the fact that certain members of the household had fallen lost.
You need to find a vigilant
Surprisingly,
Matthias,
the
who
plague
presumably
spread, and we
spawns
now
around here
commit
somewhere.
the entire family to the earth. Let it be known that the Stott family's keep at Cairdan has been seized by the Bright Vigil. Grand Vigilant Umberto.
Vigilant Matthias. Where are you? Is that him? That is him. Did the other player here die? No, there he is. There's another named enemy, so that's two. Search for information about Umberto in Stout Manor. Umberto gets around, or got around, possibly. Got another activity card. That is the shield. Oh, do I have another friend coming too? Lots of ghosts. With the most. Nice place. And we're back up. It is just so good for questing and leveling and stuff. The bow. It is so much better than everything else. If you can manage to hit low-end targets with all 3 shots, it then has a really short cooldown. You can do it again, and you can kill mobs so fast. Use it a couple of times on boss mobs and they'll fall over. It's just really good. Meet Jonas and Sir Galahad. "212 meters in this direction." So long, Dougie. And the sun came out. The sun will come out later today. Should be good. Yeah, there we go. Grab the waypoint. Gimme. Oh, they're that far away. Let's grab the quest here first. Oh, no, they're not that far away. They're right here. Hi, Jonas.
You have arrived just in time, young Soul Warden. I was becoming quite concerned.
Yes, the courageous soul we've both been waiting for.
You are putting it mildly, Sir Knight.
Perhaps, but at the present, I'm more concerned about tracking down Brother Umberto. Seems he left here seeking some fortress.
It's a keep known as Caerdun.
Yes, I remember the place. I will go straight away and leave you to sort out truth and fiction with Jonas.
I feel guilty saying it, but I am relieved to see the knight depart. He clings to his ignorance with unwavering assurance.
Well, his head's empty as a doll's
The
head.
corrupted are here and
looks like a doll's head.
Just as I suspected. That is
What
what
are the
find
corrupted
out
after? They're after stuff and things. I feel safe in saying that. Is the new mysterious hand gear an upgrade? I don't think so. Nope. How about the boots? Not quite. The bow? Yes, definitely. Let's see. So, we're going to hit Ethelwyn first, and then the Crimson Menace. Oh, there's another quest, though. Up there. Ooh, so close to level 40. I can taste it. Tastes like teen spirit.
I had sought to seek support from rangers in other territories. I do the reconnaissance. You carry out the assault.
That
The
seems
main
to
thrust
work.
of the corrupted operation. They have a start to fit.
Where are they vulnerable? I'll accept that quest. I've done these before, so I'm a little less than entirely, interested. But if I can use my hammer, hammer in the evening, I'll hammer for justice. Or just silver. Ding, 40. I told you I was close. Azoth staff upgrade, camping upgrade. The earring slot opened up. I can finally look stylish. Because so far, it's just been so depressing. Believe it or not, I used to wear an earring when it was fashionable. More music. Let's see, that's a 350 fire and a 305 fire, so that can go. Now, in some cases, the lower item level weapon can actually be better, because it can have better affixes on it. If you're trying to do DPS with it, the healing affix, the healing spells you cast do extra healing. That's not helpful. But crit percentage, that's pretty helpful. So you do have to check. It can be worth giving up a little flat damage for a nice set of affixes. And who doesn't like a nice, juicy set of affixes? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, that was a cheap sexual innuendo. I'm okay with that too. So we will talk to Ethelwyn and give her the thing that she wanted us to get like 45 minutes ago. After you've played for a while, you can also pick up the visuals for certain items that are worth stopping for. Up against, in real life, it's a lot easier to pick stuff up than in a virtual world, visually. And this has sort of, because it is very pretty and complicated.
Is that a bus?
And it has a lot of visual, sensory input.
The next. If
That's hers. No, that maybe is hers. Not sure. Anyway, we've got stuff to do over here. Oh, another point in Brightwood. Over here, defeat Master Smith. Oh. I swear, they're Rust Heart, but I swear I thought it said Butthurt. Going, Butthurt? Miners? That doesn't... Oh, Rust Heart. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Sorry, the eyes are going, guys. Although, Butthurt would be funny. Two guys. Couple of seconds. Bow is really good. Every 5 or 10 levels, you head to the auction house, you drop an extremely small amount of gold, like single to digits to low double digits. Get a better weapon. With the bow, that's more than enough to just absolutely annihilate stuff. Before is that, or I did mention it, but I didn't actually like use it for anything. If you by default mouse click on something, you've targeted it. I don't know if you can miss it even if you try. I know you cannot get headshots or criticals. I'm not sure. Headshots for sure. So I haven't used that very much, equivalent of tab targeting. Going the skill shot route instead, even though I have little skill. Investigate ore piles for clues. Pardon me guys, I have to investigate your piles. That came out wrong. Or did it? Somewhere up above, I'm betting. No, right here. Cool. Iron veins. We've got one clue. We need 2 more. There's minables over yonder. We'll mine them. The 2 gathering nodes I cannot say no to. And no, not hemp for recreational purposes. Hemp because that's the source of fibers for the first tier of cloth. Iron is used in weapons and unsurprisingly armor and a lot of other stuff as well. I'm investigating their ore pile. Yep, that's definitely ore. And it is a pile of it. But I'm getting plenty of ore here on my own. 200 iron ore. I think it's 4-1, so 50 odd iron ingots. Two guys, no damage. They didn't really even get much of a step off. A little help from a friend. Defeat Master Smith McCoy. Where is he? He's over here too. Plus I also need to destroy the 3 elements of the Azoth extractor. McCoy's up on the walkway, if memory serves. Run of it. Is it like 5 of them? It's all of them. Chief Corlew, well, one of them's up here. Or will be, eventually. Am I not picking that up? No, I clicked on it and I animated like I was, but no, I was not. That's that direction, and it's Corlew's mine. One of them's going to pop up here, and I think the other one pops up down there. Yeah, probably inside the cave. Corlew and McCoy. Maybe just right down in front of the cave. McCoy or Corlew, whichever. One of them's up here, one of them's down there. I'm going to pop into the... Well, there's Chief Corlew. I got him.
Does it not feel right?
Oh, shut up, Isabella.
Morsel from me.
Blah, blah, blah,
In
Isabella.
return, I
Yawn.
only
You're
ask
boring
to
me, toots.
consider the feast I am offering.
Master Smith McCoy. Well, I heard somebody respawning. My memory is that he spawns up there, but I'm not entirely positive about that. Might be in the cave. Not, but he might have been. That's Corley back. Supposed to be up here. According to the tracker and according to my memory. The tracker is more reliable than my memory, to be sure. Anytime now. shit was that? Somebody shot me. Oh, it might have been him. Yep, this guy's waiting for it too. Bowen Hart. Who's using a bow? So we've had 3 respawns on the chief. There he is. I hit him. Made sure the other guy hit him. Explosives blow up. Grab the goodie. Eat the explosion, because explosions are delicious and part of a nutritious breakfast. Investigate the corrupted logging operation. I mean, how corrupted can they be? If they're mining and logging, obviously they're productive members of society. I think they just have a bad rap. You know, on account of their corrupted by evil. I mean, who amongst us can cast the first red glowing stone at the corrupted? Not I, to be sure. Player is riding away from a bunch of mobs. You can be trained in this game, by which I do not mean that you can get trained in a skill. I mean you can have another player pull a whole bunch of mobs to you and then get murdered. Corrupted tools. I've been called worse by better. What else am I doing in here? I made sure that he got his whacks in on both of those mobs. But you'll notice I could have killed him so fast that he would have gotten none. And his level, I'm at 40, he's at 38. So, yeah, again, I'm just going to talk about how good the bow is. It's really freaking good. I did not get a hit on that one in time, I did not think. Alright, I need to defeat the Overseer. The Mad Over... I don't know if he's the Mad Overseer. I'm making that up, really. He's probably angry about something. I mean, he's been corrupted, and I mean, that's got to have a negative effect. If nothing else, it's like your insurance rates are going to go up. And you're not going to get full dental anymore. We got him. Let's see, 476 meters, 618 meters, and 930 meters. All in the same direction. How convenient. Black Prisma Bloom. That's not black, that was blue. You can't fool me. Well, actually, in this particular case, that was blue. Talk to Shui Chatijon. First few levels of the game advance really quickly. You level up very, very fast. Then you continue to be fast until you get about past 50. It slows down fairly precipitously, especially after 60. Pardon me. Shui?
Well done.
Thank you.
They still control. Oh no. I can't dwell on past.
Should strike them
My
there
thoughts
next.
I've been
wherever-
watching the
there,
yes
ships
and
will
our
get to it. We have 3 vaults. They're going to have moats and money, so 66, 44, and 33. Wow. That is a 280 hatchet. That is a 350 hatchet. The spear still ain't cutting it. Cutting it. It's like humor without the joke. Rapier 350, rapier 380. Yes. Gloves. Nope. And a hat. So 205, 508, 149. This is for her again. Sabotage of the corrupted supply chain at Redden Camp. So I'm going to do that. Because I said I would. Rustheart Hunters and Rations. That's a miner. Or a Heart of Gold. Oh, that's a hunter. Oh, wanted to have my bow up, but it's fine. Butcher does one. I believe the butchers spawn right in this very small area. Yep. This will drop the other thing I need. And I need to kill one more hunter. And I think they send me back around the outside, or maybe into the cave. That's a hunter. Yeah, talk to her again. Bad mistake. I am a most gifted murderer. But don't worry, they were all bad.
Well done, hungry.
Thank you. She gave me, for that, she gave me a basket of produce. A wide variety of food stuffs for 173. Travel to the town of Calvary and report to Jonas. This is the main town in this zone. Most of the zones have a settlement, a main town. Bong! And it's, according to my clock anyway, it is 6:33. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the town times here in game are not related to real world times in any measurable fashion. Sir Galahad.
I was on the verge of going to search for you, to apologize. I doubted both you and the old man, but I was wrong.
Yes,
On
you
the
were.
way to Cairn, I witnessed firsthand the size and activity of the corrupted forces here
you'll
in
help
the
us fight them.
On that matter, I am as yet undecided. Finding Umberto is still my first priority. Cairn offered more questions than answers.
Well, yes.
Something dark happened there.
Well, I'll complete the quest.
I've been inquiring
Keep
around
talking
when
to
I
you.
saw Jonas.
Where's Jonas?
I urged him to. I will go on.
I have mysterious footwear. And what it'll do is it'll give you a random gear score item of the appropriate type. I'm wearing medium footwear, so it'll give me medium footwear of the appropriate tier. So it's tier 3, and then it's random within tier 3. Don't need that. 350 Void Gauntlet, 315 Void Gauntlet. Bing, bing. How we doing? Yeah, we got... Our bags are half full, a little over. 334 and 399. Let's see. We're here in Calvary. Not cavalry. Calvary. That's the Gates of Great Cleave. Music to her ears. Let's go for that one. We're going to head east and then north. Where can we get out of town? To the east. One other thing. I would like to do a faction mission. If they have any here that are not, say, expeditions. Or elites.
Duty calls me to Brightwood, where
I hate
strength
that
is
animation.
truly tested.
Elite, plunder Twineborough, purge Riverside Keep. Defeat every Sokolgard Guardian necessary with extreme prejudice. How about purge? And where is that? To the southeast, it looks like. Excellent. That seems workable to me. We'll go this way. Head out to the southeast. Oh, it's quite a ways away. Oh, we'll head out this way and then head east. Mandolin, I think. Didn't sound like the guitar. Well, let's see. We can head that way. Grab that. Fast travel. Grab the thing for Giacomo. That makes sense to me. I like that. That works for me. Following the road. No hands gaming. Well, I'm pressing the shift button to occasionally hit the speed juice. Also, it doesn't handle bridge things all that great, so you do have to kind of manually aim yourself across them, or it'll run you into the water. Oh, that's the luckiest turkey in the world. You do get 1 XP for running over a turkey. Like that, say, as an example. Alright, over here we need to defeat 5 Sokolgard Guardians. Specifically, the Guardians. It's got to be. Like this one. That's one. And his dog, too. Oh, and then I think I have to beat a boss, too. I hate these staged quests in games always. Give me the kill these guys, that guy, and the other 3 guys. Don't give me kill these guys. Hey, you finished that? Okay, now kill those guys. Hey, we got an idea for you. We'd like you now kill these other guys. And all of them are in the same area, and you've killed them a half a dozen times. And it's bullshit. Pardon my harsh language. But it's bullshit. It's cockadoodie poopy. I know, strong language.
Another one! Wait! Meritin's what?
Yeah. Whatever. Have a great day. I think I left him in there, didn't I? That's a little cold-hearted. Can I not? No, I cannot. Oh my god. No. We've got another something in there. Presumably someone else I have to talk to? No, that's a clicky of some kind. Romax satchel.
You're back! Didn't have any trouble going through them, did you?
Let me
here. Just... Ha! Exactly this. Now then, I've got the tools, but it'll take a bit of time.
Let me next through
I
this.
need a distraction. There's a big cannon up on the walls behind me.
That's what we've already seen, that I can't get up there without, oh my god, having to... work my way through the whole place again. Oh. That's 2 guardians. But I've always hated quests like, go into this dungeon and defeat these guys. Finished up, here's your reward. Okay, next quest is to go into the dungeon and defeat these other guys. You don't have to defeat the guys you got the first time too, but then kill the ones, these other ones. Oh, 3rd time? Guess what? Kill the guys I've killed the other 2 times and some extras too. Sure. Why not? Rotate the cannon. Really slowly. Fire the cannon. Did that do anything? Oh, I guess it's all on fire now, so maybe? Possibly, it's not entirely clear. Is that another guardian? No, it's a crusher. Looking for Sokol Guard guardians. Note to self, never take this fucking quest again. Be a guardian. Nope, that's a scout. Graced out alien. Yeah. That's a battle master and his dog. I can skin wolves, but I can't skin dogs. I just don't think that's fair and equitable. Yeah, the bossy guy isn't up there, and I don't even have the quest to get him yet because I'm still looking for guardians because they don't spawn often enough. You know, in all the lower level areas, they put their tuning on the spawns was generous, let's say. You didn't really have to worry in a lot of places about not having enough mobs to kill. Later on, not so much. Chosen poorly. It's something I am very good at. Not everyone can be as bad at choosing things the way I am. It takes practice, you know. There just aren't enough freaking guardians. Simple as that. Now that one's back at least. Because I think he's a guardian. He is. He was. It's 3. What did he do? Two more, and then I'm pretty sure it's going to tell me I need to kill the boss guy. Now they've got some very, very talented devs working on this game. You also can tell that a lot of the devs that are doing design never were big MMO players, because they have made a lot of the same mistakes that MMOs made 15, 20 years ago. Granted, managing mob spawns is not an exact science, but no, Battle Master in there. Crusher over there. We're still looking for 2 more guards. One thing you've got to have is enough mobs so that players don't fight trying to find the mobs they need. Oh, we got another one. Another Battle Master. Need one more guard. There's a spaced out alien up there. That guy just fought presumably the boss guy, because that's where he spawns. I'm not sure I'm going to get a quest for the boss, but I am expecting it. This is one of my frustrations with the game. That was probably a crusher. the Guardian. He's coming for me. I wonder if he'll leash before he gets to me. Yeah, looks like he did. Well, hopefully I can get to where he is and finish him off. Doesn't look like it. Looks like... Oh, there he is. All right. No, okay, that's all I needed. I didn't need to get the boss. I just needed the last of the guards. Yay! There was some rejoicing. Not necessarily a bunch, but there was some. Yes, we do want to grab the waypoint, and then we've got Giacomo just to my right. Right over there. He has a series of quests for housing. Giacomo!
Bravo! You found me again. As you can see, I found another location. Listen carefully. I've rediscovered how the ancients protected some of their sites, huh? This secret could better safeguard the traveler's rest. It could change the future of Aeternum.
That actually is amazing.
Certo. You see, the ancients created protection stones for their sites.
Rocks.
And if I give you this record...
You mean rocks, right? Just, I want to be clear that that's what we're talking about. We're talking about rocks. Over there at the fort, that's Weaver's Fen. Mandatory improvements. Sure. Why not? What trouble could I possibly get into? Well, I defeated him. He had a quest marker. I didn't get any progress on it. I would like to proclaim this as unfair. Clearly. That was a miss. I missed. One out of 3. Another thing that they obviously have not learned from every other MMO over the last many years, which is we players, we can't stand that shit. If you want us to kill 10 mobs to get 10 items, that's fine. If you want us to kill 10 mobs to get 2 items, we hate that. We just hate it. Oh, an archer. Well, I have one of those too. That one didn't. I proclaim that unfair. And that one didn't. Again, unfair. And that's 2 more with no joy. These are higher level mobs than everything I've been fighting, so these ones are surviving my flurry of arrows. But it's okay, because I still have the cooldown effect. You don't have to kill him, you just have to hit the same mob 3 times to get the cooldown effect. Alright, everybody's shooting at me. Keep it up. And I still don't have. There were 3 of them there, and none of them dropped what I need. This is what I talk about. We really don't like it. If you want us to kill 15, have them all drop the thing we need and make us kill 15. Don't make us kill 15 to get 5. We just hate that. We got a fast travel. What's there? Sir Ingold the Scorpion. No, thank you. That's the boss in the place we were just in. We will instead. We will head in this direction, but we're heading for the waypoint. Having to fight my way back into that place. Wait for the boss to spawn. That might be a good time. A good time. Could be had by none. Snap, crackle, pop. Black Crispies. I'm probably going to be calling it an evening. After we cash in the quest here. Pardon the yawn. Again, many yawns. Handle it. We'll turn in the quest. Ooh, free honey.
Duty calls me to Brightwood, where strength is truly tested.
Completed. Ding 41.
Duty calls me to Brightwood, where strength is truly tested.
Yes, I'm sure it's truly tested. Yawn. And we've got crossed swords. We only have 1 crossed swords available. We'll finish that out. Give us another void stamp. Can we finish it off from here? Get 1 there. I don't think we can finish it off. This is 1. This is 1. This is 1. Yeah, we can. But we're not going to get out with that 3 stamps, I don't think. Season level 73. Another card complete. Map. Point in Brightwood. Always storage. And our first one in Weaver's Fen. I always start with Rep. Alright, we do have 3 stamps. Always get the skulls because skulls are PvP missions, and I don't do PvP missions. There aren't a lot of the shield missions I do either. So we'll have 1 there. If you get the 4 central ones and a corner, or the 4 corners and a central one, with 3 wild stamps, you can finish off the card. town, I believe. That is correct. We have the season rewards we can claim, but we don't claim them on this character. We want to claim them on our main. I don't think there's a way of moving them between, which is kind of a failure. But then on the other hand, I don't think they expect people like me to want to play a whole bunch of characters, because I'm, you know, muy loco. I am going to call it an evening here. I want to thank you guys, as always, very much for hanging out with me. It is truly appreciated. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Dun dun. Probably with more of this, because I'm still enjoying it. My expectation is that it's likely I'll continue playing New World until we get the new content drop for Guild Wars 2 in about a week and a half. That's my expectation, but I might change my mind because So, I'm back tomorrow. I hope the rest of your Friday evening goes great. I insist that your entire weekend kick ass, and I can expect your reports on how much ass your weekend kicked on my desk first thing Monday morning. Have a great rest of your evening. Take care, and ciao for now. Good night, guys.